Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the first Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister of independent India, also was an Indian National Congress leader until his death. Why did BJP build the world's tallest statue for an opposition party leader? Above all, he was the one who banned RSS in the past. Why would Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was also an active member of RSS, build such a statue for someone who banned their organization? Why was it not built for Mahatma Gandhi or Nehru? What exactly Patel did to deserve such a grand statue? In 1947, we did not have the India we have right now. When the British left India, there were 584 princely states. India did not get freedom. These 584 princely states got independence. And these states had three options. Number one, joining with India. Number two, joining with Pakistan. And number three, choosing to be independent. And everything is different in these states. From the language we speak, God we worship, clothes we wear, food we eat, every single thing is different from one another. Above all, these states had a king who can absolutely rule their own kingdom. Just imagine you're a king of a state and somebody comes to you and says, you'll have to give up your kingdom and be a normal citizen tomorrow onwards. Why would anyone agree to that? It's almost impossible. That's what the Britishers thought. But one man made it possible, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the man who should have been the first Prime Minister of India. India's constitution was made in 1950. Only after this, a proper election commission was formed. So in 1947, whoever was the Congress president would lead India for those 3 years. An internal committee of 15 Congress members conducted an election as to who should be the first Prime Minister. 12 of them chose Patel and 3 of them did not cast their vote. Jawaharlal Nehru did not get even a single vote. Still he became the Prime Minister. How? Because Nehru was not ready to be the second in charge. That's when Mahatma Gandhi came into the picture and convinced Patel to withdraw his nomination, which is one grave mistake that Gandhi shouldn't have made. And that mistake haunted India for more than 60 years. Gandhiji should have realized that a man who's not ready to accept a democratic election will not be giving up that position for anything when he has power. That one family decided the fate of India for more than 60 years. But Patelji so generously gave up his position and was ready to serve the nation in whichever way possible, like a true leader should be. He took the responsibility to unite the princely states and became the first Home Minister of India. And the job he had was not an easy one. Even Gandhiji had said to Patel, the problem of the states is so difficult that you alone can solve it. Patel and his secretary VP Menon went on meeting every king of those princely states. Those states who chose to join with India would get security by Indian Army and all the foreign affairs would be handled by Indian government. And all the communications like roads, railways, postal will be managed by Indian government. There can't be any other better way to say that these kings would not be king anymore but the normal citizens of India. Patel did a lot of things to make it possible. He arranged tea parties, he invited the kings to his place, he went on to meet them at their place. To few of them, he spoke in a way to invoke their patriotism. To few of them, he threatened what could possibly happen if they don't join with India. To few of them, he offered favorable terms like paying the king's descendants. Mostly, he encouraged the rulers to act out of patriotism and did not rule out force. He thought the king should be joining with India in good faith. But he set a deadline of 15th August 1947 for them to sign the document of accession. 560 states willingly merged into the Indian Union. Only 3 states refused to do so, which Patel thought were the most important parts to give up. Those are none other than Jammu and Kashmir, Junagadh and Hyderabad. Junagadh was specially important to Patel since it was in his home state of Gujarat. It was also important because in this Kathiawar district was the famous Somnath temple, but the Nawab of Junagadh district joined with Pakistan. It was, however, quite far from Pakistan and 80% of its population was Hindu. Patel diplomatically used the Indian force and demanded the Pakistan to withdraw the accession of Junagadh. After a lot of struggles, the Nawab fled to Karachi and the Indian army took over the control of Junagadh. After this, a public voting was conducted and 99.5% of the people voted to merge with India. And then Hyderabad was the largest of the princely states, which included parts of present-day Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Its ruler, the Nizam Osman Ali Khan, was a Muslim, but 80% of its people were Hindu. The Nizam wanted independence or accession with Pakistan, but he was not ready to join with India. Even after a year past independence, Hyderabad was not ready to merge with India. Meanwhile, Muslim forces called Rasakas used to attack the trains that passed through Hyderabad. The trains were looted and a lot of Indian people got killed. And this was happening for a year after 1947. Letting Hyderabad to be an independent state was geographically not possible. Not only it takes away a huge part of the country, but it also separates the north from the south, which will eventually lead to losing the southern parts of the nation completely. Knowing this, Patelji said an independent Hyderabad would be a cancer in the belly of India. But Nehru was not ready to take military actions as he believed in peace and non-violence. Finally, in September 1948, Patel convinced Nehru that it's high time India stop talking and jump into action. But still Nehru was not ready to pass the orders himself. So he went on a Europe trip while Patel, as acting Prime Minister, ordered the Indian Army to invade Hyderabad. This was called as Operation Polo. And it took just 4 days for the Indian Army to take control over Hyderabad. Finally, thankfully, Hyderabad was secured and integrated into the Indian Union. The only state that left out was Jammu and Kashmir. Nehru himself has taken the task to have Jammu and Kashmir merged. He not only turned it into a permanent pain in the neck, but during his reign, we lost around 1.25 lakh square kilometers of Indian land to China and Pakistan. Back to Patel, there were totally 562 princely states in India that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel integrated. Now tell me, did he deserve such a grand statue? Yes, more than anyone else. More than Mahatma Gandhi? Yes, more than Mahatma Gandhi. We wouldn't be having the India we have right now if Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was not there. And now the Congress leaders are criticizing that BJP is trying to steal their leader. Indian National Congress was in power for more than 60 years. Why Patelji's efforts were not recognized enough? Why Patelji's efforts were not appreciated enough? Is it just because Nehru had ego clashes with him? What do you think? Why Congress did not give enough recognition for Patel? Why do you think they ignored him all this time? Let me know in the comments. And if you think he's someone who should be remembered forever, please share with your friends and spread the word.